not sure. Put that camera on. So. Check the battery meter. Check on. Merci. They show. Perhaps it's a national anthem, yeah. Okay. Nice. Once give a people. Okay, sir. Nice. Yeah, that is okay. Okay, sir. Go for it. Okay. I will put this one for hold on first. Where is it? I'll put this one for one. Nobody should. Open your camera, please. They show red. See, they show red.
I saw you. Which day I see you along with you. You see they work for the day.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you get your number.
Yes,
because sometimes they remember to call for.
Good afternoon, sir. Well, sir. You get Gmail. You get Gmail. Yeah. You feel access you get internet. For your email address, fast. You know what, I use my sister.
Sometimes things do happen, although we call it walking ball. No matter how prepared you are, sometimes something goes wrong. But I can assure you, we are glad that we have all the equipment now. You bring it home, and I want to appreciate those very guys that come here this afternoon. Like I said earlier, we must take your conservative government. We are so sorry for stopping it. I think we would like to write now so that we can have national anthem before we go nowhere. Thank you all so much. Okay. Please start. Bishop Atibe, please can you take the opening prayer? Thank you.
Shall we pray? Lord, we have gathered together in your name to benefit of
our NBA association. Lord, we ask that you take full charge. Our members still on the way, bring them there successfully, and let the benefit of today bring glory to your holy name. In Jesus' name we have prayed.
Amen. I want to welcome each and one of us to the September meeting of the Benin Branch. I told you, September month is the commencement of the new year. I'm sure we are all aware. We all have a notice of a meeting. Notice of a previous meeting for any motion that we can use the information amendments to request for promotion of the meeting. We will start with page 1. Please call this. Okay.
Please tell yourself. Very distinguished. Paragraph 4, rule 5. Mr. Adrian, the second part. Having adopted the report to make the lobby committee, the chairman also the delegation on the report. Not for the report. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, now you go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, sir, my name is Ilan Usumohun Lawson. Paragraph 5 of the same page 4, reading through the entirety of paragraph 5, I'm sure that the construction is somehow. If you read, Ilan Usumohun's file stated that the lobby was indulged like no other for two reasons. Firstly, the lobby was so unique that there was nothing one can take from the activities of the lobby. I think I think it will now look contradictory. We were saying that law book was very unique, nothing to remove or jettison from the law book. If we look at it,
You have a point. Corrected. We go to page 5 now. Page 5, Government. So, page 6, sorry. Page 6.
Prince.
Page 7. Page 8. We still put in the last page. Distinguished Government, in the absence of any further correction, amendment, comments, we are asking to do the motion for the adoption of the unit of deliberation.
Chairman, I was present at this meeting and this represents what transpired. I hereby move the motion for adoption of this unit.
Thank you very much. My name is Susan. Thank you very much. I will need the second round. All the gentlemen thank you. It's really very for this. Okay, the thing that comes well, probably we will go straight to the matter of the bill. First of all, let me congratulate the valid senior of Nigeria to visit. I'm very confused, that they will go through the shortlisted paper. And of course, by the grace of God, there are many more of us here in this band, that typically upcoming one. Like we always say, God time is always the best. At the moment, you have 4 members. 4 key members, who will be shortlisted for the national state of Nigeria. I think this is a great fit for the Benin Branch, and I know for the fact that next year, same time next year, we'll have many more too coming from this great branch. People like Theo Bamundi, we have level of Latin, Professor Ohio, Professor Nate, you know, and it's not that we have four, just to say that we are not more that are quite qualified. You know, but this privileged committee had really good their thing. They have about, we are both grateful that we have that number in place. And this step happened not too long ago. It had to do with kidnapping of one of our colleagues just yesterday, and 2 days ago, you know, and it was quite sad, you know, along the Saba Road. When I spoke to the police, they had no inkling as to what was going on. You know, they hired by the deputies, and I was told to talk with the operations. One PC, Mr. Wally, who asked me to send somebody there so that they can incident it. And I've been assured that anywhere from now, we will hear good news, you know, for our kidnapped victim. We have just been reminded that we have the meeting silent for our departed colleagues just recently, Marshall. Please can we just stand for just 1 minute silence? In the soul of Mr. Radio, Marshall University, Stafford, please. Amen. Permission to welcome everybody to start from the conference, which is held in Abuja. You all agree with me that the number was quite colorful, even though there were some bits of issues here and there at the agent of the agencies. Well, again, so that is what the profession sometimes, knows, those people who are more effective. And we are most particularly grateful to those who supported the Underground Conference, the World Relation, but that logistic support, particularly the committee members and of course our council here, the Kaite, here. She was quite urgent in terms of the support we can get from what has come to the visit to the University of the Chancellor, and of course the involvement, recommending, service to bring our support. Even though we are not receiving this, we are very hopeful that we will get the support from the government. The other conference has come and gone, and the other activities lined up for the end of the year is, of course, apart from the new legal year ceremony, we have the Lord dinner and the night lesson and carol. Now, the British police, in recent time, precisely 2 weeks ago, the FDA is done, and of course, in particular, the chairman has another serious attack. And this came as a surprise, to most of us. But I want to first of all appreciate the very kind-hearted people of this branch, for the show of interest, that was exhibited, that was shown, to what came out, particularly in social media. Well, let me just say from the onset, the EFCC issue that came out 2 weeks ago, one of our council here reported to me, some issues with regard to replying to the EFCC. And that, she collected her personal fees of 1.5 million. And of course, there were issues of plea bargaining, on behalf to attractively prosecute. I think the gentleman asked for plea bargaining before he had the ground to write. So there was a charge for the gentleman. And that was it. That if you ever got to know of it, and they drew my attention to this, I thought Gloria explained what has happened. Eventually, the client and her family and his family came to us and we discussed the whole thing right there. Then the society too was coming around, over the same matter. And I told the caller also from the today time, that look, this matter, look into it. And along that very day, we discussed what and what to be done. So by charging, a day or two later, I saw a social media friend from Patrick Hollow,
indicating the fact that NDA were not doing anything, the lawyers got their certificate, all manner of stuff. In my question, initially, I couldn't understand what was really happening, because first of all, Patrick Hollow was not a lawyer. Secondly, I didn't get a lot to understand what goes on in the USCC. So I wasn't quite sure, but it was getting obvious, that one or two members of us here was feeling a horror, this information just to embarrass the ESCO. The truth of the matter is that ESCO was 100% welcome to the matter. Why she go to Pacific Harbor, honestly speaking, I really didn't know. I really didn't know why she go to Pacific Harbor. So we among ourselves to look at this matter, and we just wanted to capitalize it. But the issue I said we need to do the enjoyment based on what was said. And we did the enjoyment. I don't know Patrick Hollow. I'm sure 100% Patrick Hollow doesn't know it. But what I found in the 20 videos and what I'm doing, it was so shocking. Because number one, even the members of the NDA, I'm not too sure they even my family, apart from myself. The only time I had my family came to before was when my sister visited. How do I know who my wife is or not? I don't know whether I is married or not. But what I found in the social media were not disturbing. And when this issue was investigated, people called me. When this issue was investigated, and one of us told them about 3 people that I knew, including one of our members, said here right now that he had to say what he said because I talked about his family. The letter we wrote, they said he was invited by the government to say the same. But again, the person we are attacking the society. And not only that, he went beyond that. Talking about private property protection that I belong to, and all other stuff. So the one thing that is, you will say that somebody talks about your family, here or you should retaliate in that manner, then it is of most improper. Look at the conversation going on between himself and the other people. And as a matter of fact, just 2 days ago, one of our colleagues here, sitting here, even called me, and he said he had to say what he said because I talked about his family. Well, the response is this. People were asking me, why do you have to really make a rejoinder to a reform organization? Well, the good thing about it is that if we are not going to be rejoinder, we prefer to look at the magnitude of the problem and ground. Let me tell you this. The moment we need a rejoinder to put the rest of straight. Not by 5 minutes, there was a reaction from Patrick Hollow. So what we go to show clearly here is that Hollow had his people here. And as a matter of fact, I have investigated that to indicate that Hollow has 2 lawyers in the field in our platform. And beyond that, one of our colleagues, whom I think is not going on an issue that we have, usually go to the hotel to rest. Even what we are saying now, we will, and I'm sure the whole of the world will be here. But what we are very clear here, each and every one of us, we cannot compromise the sanctity and integrity of the legal profession. What we are saying is going to say what we are saying is Benin Branch, he said Branch has produced 2 past national presidents in this great country of ours. In fact, let me say 3. So this that is more or less a member of the branch. There is no other branch in the country that has the size and capacity like the Benin Branch. And so it's evident that we will have strong lawyers who can know everything knows.
Type of a game. I personally was very touched, that because there's a parable in Benin that says that like the day you abuse yourself, other people will join to abuse you. That's basically what we cannot allow 2 or 3 lawyers in our midst, to undermine the integrity of this profession. I know for a fact, clearly speaking, yes, seniority has been thrown, down to the doldrums. Yes, ethics is thrown across the window.
yes, so many things, the profession is not what it used to be. Because I know what seniority is in the profession. When I left law school in 1986, one or two members of the people perpetrating this stuff with a hollow was barely less than 10 years old. The second guy who helped the hollow to write the second script was even born. I know my colleagues, Alexizio, Alege, Otaro. One particular thing they keep telling me when they realized that I was coming here was to unite the bar. And I made it very clear that I don't have enemies. I can be your enemy, but you are not my enemy. And that's my philosophy. So if you want me to inherit your enemies, you have a Herculean task. Even the NGC members I put recently, they say, this Banyera, this one never voted for you. He's not a good person. This one never voted for you. This one never voted for you. I cannot lead the bar with that kind of mindset. The bar is a general bar. There is no way. Pastor Gabriel have told me recently that please, there's one thing I want you to do. The Midwest Bar Forum is disunited. If you can unite the Midwest Bar Forum, honestly speaking, that will be considered the greatest achievement. So I'm here not to extend divisiveness in the bar, but to unite the bar. So those who are fighting me, perhaps maybe because I have embraced equal enemies, they said the agency members, they don't talk with them. For my age, I cannot be a puppet of anybody. I have seen it all. What money do I want to make? The stage I am in life now, I'm philosophical. It just get my children the best. My joy is in my kids. That's where my treasure is, not myself. I can afford to even walk on my foot on the streets, but I'm as happy as any man can be in this world. So the point I'm trying to make is that, I did not really come here to create enemies, and I did not really come here for self-aggrandizement. I did not come here, to perhaps, give an impression that I want to do certain things, untoward to people. When I renovated my office, but it was the first thing I did when I came, somebody was telling another person that, where you get money? Where you get money? Now, office. What I saw there wasn't too good. I spent my personal money. I did all the selling and all that stuff. So that when people come to an NBA chairman's office, it will be the holding, of that lot of the NBA, even the NUJ, NMA, they are disturbed, that a particular horror can come into us and cast aspersions, not only even generally, but even the chairman. And I keep telling them when they call me, I say, well, it is 1 or 2, 3 members of us who are creating, these issues. But in any case, we are going to work around it, because they are heavily disturbed. Distinguished colleagues, I must say clearly here that we have not done anything very wrong in terms of the EFCC. With regards to another trending from the honor regarding public procurement, it is true I'm in public procurement. It is a statutory, when you are a chairman. Sorry, please, I give the mic to.
Distinguished. Distinguished chairman of the bar, the executive, and members of the house. The point has been made. We do not think that you should be responding to what Patrick Eholo has written. We have read those things. I know Patrick Eholo very well. We should not engage on the social media fight with him. It's like fighting with a pig. When you fight with a pig in the mud, the pig will be happy. So you are not going to win anyway, because that is so. your family first, that you have no other credential than your father's credential, that is why you were made, blah, 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 blah. So that that group will write to him, give him 7 days. If he does not retract it, then an action will be filed in the High Court here for defamation. And we'll take it, yes, you are the claimant, but it's actually an action filed by the bar, which all of us should be involved. Then for those who are collaborating with him, then let them go and defend him.
Yes, wait for them.
Let them go and defend him. And again, when we also show some people, sometimes we may not extend it too much. Maybe even those who are not involved, who are not suspecting them. So let them go and defend him. Let them come out.
We know them.
Yes, my own is that if you want to say anything, we are here now. This is a general meeting of the NBA Benin Branch, the highest. If the executive is not doing well, say it here.
Exactly.
The issue of EFCC has been raised and there's a committee set up.
Yes, sir.
I have also had an experience there. They came to me, the boy arrested, they are taking him to court on Tuesday. So, okay, I sent my junior there. They say he already has a lawyer. When my junior now met, he said, no, EFCC called a lawyer for him, and they say he should plead guilty. He will now pay 500 to court, 500 to lawyer, then 500 to the EFCC. But the lawyer will collect the 1.5 million. So when I call a number, a solitary lady answered. I said, okay, who briefed you? He said, well, it was at EFCC. The boy was in custody. Was he the one that briefed me? Because his family now that briefed me. Actually, the matter is going to court. I said, okay, don't worry, let it go to court. After I have spoken to the boy, because he has written statement in such a way to implicate himself. So we still went to court that day, and the child was ready, pleaded guilty. We made the plea, and the court said 300,000, and that's all. So nobody eventually went to the FCC. So our lawyers, our colleagues here are also collaborating with them.
Very well.
So when they now came out and said the police certificate is a typical case of see finish because of the way we have presented ourselves. There is nobody on earth who can ask me, as I stand here now, to produce my certificate. Even if I am appearing for somebody who has stolen 100 billion, because it's too small. It's too small. So what I'm saying, a committee has already decided. So whatever, so that we don't push it too much, there are other things to be discussed. And you have said it already, whatever ideas we have, we should turn it to the committee. Yes. Myself, I am also going to make my memo to the committee. So based on the committee's report, we'll not take action. Yes. Let me tell you, if we want the man here out, I guarantee you 1 week we put him out of this place. Apart from writing to those who appointed him to remove him, we file an action against him. He will run away by himself. So the bar, as a united body, is very powerful. Yes. There is really nobody that can stand us here. If one is commissioner of police out, is out. One AIG out, is out. But our people go there. You know, they put their dignity aside, for pittance, they begin to collaborate with these non-entities. If you go there now, even the lowest staff there, they are riding big cars. What they do, they target
and you are not only holding it, you are insisting that you are seizing it. Yes, go ahead. Mr. Chair and the House. Thank you for this opportunity to clear the air of this. It is true that during our tenure I was secretary, this land was given to the branch. The giving of the land came via a letter from the then chief judge to the chief registrar. When the paper came, this area is a government area. This land was surveyed by the state surveyor general. I personally took over the whole runnings of the building. So from the beginning to, in fact, the last day we handed over, I was seen in the Ministry of Physical Planning. We saw the survey plan were the ones I used in applying on behalf of the bar secretary towards getting this land approved. To be fair, myself and Pius, this building, myself and Pius met with the commissioner. It was at the point of signing the papers to get the land approved that we left, the building approved, that we left, that we handed over. That I'm hearing now that somebody sees papers is like music to my ears, because I had thought that at the stage where it was just a sign that was because other issues came on board, which we all cleared. We paid for them. I have the receipt, photocopies for my own copy. The payment for the survey plan, I have the receipt. Everything, the document. Finish now. Can I go on now? Thank you. When myself, please listen, myself and Mrs. Agoha were the two persons who went to pay for the approval at Edogis. The receipt came in my character. I handed over the originals to the chairman. I made photocopy of my own self. I never knew all this is, for my office rather. I never knew these issues will arise. when the chairman asks for these things, it's not a personal thing. I said, Chairman, between me and you, I had the photocopies of these documents, which I handed over to his here. I cannot like this thing. I said, look at the documents I have, photocopies I have. So we have done on our part all that need to be done. We even met with the commissioner who gave us her words that these papers were going to be approved. So between me and you, I don't know what is happening now, why it has not been approved. Let me quickly say something. When we came about this building, we don't have documents as far as this building is concerned. I mean, this one we are in. But the one that is here is that is issue. That is what I know. As I speak, I still have photocopies of those documents because they are in my possession. Because I still have it. If you ask me to bring them, I can still bring them. But the originals are not with me.
First of all, let me just make point of correction. Lawani did not state the documents he gave to me. You know, the documents we are talking about, as a matter of fact, I think there is one photocopy of is it the plan payment? Which document? Which one?
The letter conveying this land to us, a photocopy, the payment for the survey plan from the Survey General, then the payment for Edogis. Those are the ones.
I can't remember him. Do you know that I cannot remember what this man is saying? But in any case, there's a receipt. There's just a receipt he gave to me. I want to be very, you see, we are not here to defend illegality. Please let us be very, very open. The idea, I'm going to recap. You know, the one is standing before us here, to say what is said here, I must tell you categorically, they are not quite correct. There's one document that I have. It probably might be a very broad receipt. But what we want, what they want, you all know what they want. And that, you see, we need the approval. And how do you get the approval? You must show proof that you made payments. I do not have any record. And as a matter of fact, let me put a second, please. Lawani, let me quote Lawani. He had told me that what Bayosewo is doing was wrong. And he went for that to tell me. So you see, because I don't have a document. I don't have a document. Apart from the blood.
Chairman, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this issue is very clear. It's very clear. Now, as former secretary, my brother Lawan told us that he has photocopies of all these documents. Even today is past, tomorrow you can still get it from him. We want to
this place. But I've always maintained the fact that no one
original document from File Single, and if we don't get it within October, he said 1 day. Okay, we can even give him 2 days, but he must produce that document because those are not his personal property. It is for the Lion Bar. Yes. No, the former secretary agreed to that. Lawani, there's no problem with that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, London Council. I appreciate it. Elsewhere, I couldn't get the place.
Chairman, members of the high table. We thank the House for their major contribution. Learn from his mistakes of the past. When I was treasurer and my friend Esu Odiake was the secretary, our amiable chairman, Charles Adoga SN, never signed a check from the account, and everything for every proper spade was signed by me and Esu Odiake. That will tell you that there has to be separation of powers. Now, even currently, you have to speak from your knowledge. And if I kept all the documents from 1902, when African Church came to CMS came to Ishan. The former register handed over everything to me, and I checked all our land. We take them to court. And as soon as our documents are produced, that is the end of their story. So what we are saying is that documents normally are kept by those who should be in proper custody. When I was elevated as to the position of Chancellor, I handed over all the official documents to the registrar, who keep documents. Now, we can build our imagination that a chairman will be happy to, even when a letter is addressed to him, protocol demands that he will minute that letter to the secretary for action and not to keep. It's not his own personal property. Secretary is the custodian of all our documents. So if my friend is saying he has done this and that, I won't blame him because we are really time. Now, from today go, I'm appealing to this house that we should learn from our mistakes. We have known the checker history of one chairman handing over to the other chairman and all of that. So I pray with this house that we should learn from our mistakes, and please let us learn to take our track. And I support the motion that our secretary here and now should address the letter to Oliwo so that everything has to be formal. That this is the resolution of this house. The general meeting, this is not an emergency meeting. The general meeting is the highest organ of NBA. And I'm happy that he is being commanded by the highest organ of NBA to produce our document to us. We are not appealing to him, it's a command on him. I pray you.
Thank you so much, Please, M.I. Morgan. Solomon Morgan.
I also support now the auditing, because it's not really auditing. If we have been auditing our accounts, all these irregularities will be straightened out. Now, an auditor is not just to look at the finance, it's also to look at the procedures and setting whatever procedures that are not followed well. That is the object of auditing. Not that we want anybody. So, So now we should be ready that at the end of every year we must carry out audit. And for quality, we know your network as a body.
Thank you very much.
To be united. We have the house that have ulterior motives that don't mean well for lawyers, which shouldn't be. So, but it is my hope and prayers, that put a lot of things in proper order, front burner. And this is, we are entering the new legal year now, and that the remuneration for lawyers actually has to be looked into, particularly the 10%. We have a committee in place for the implementation of the 10%. I think it's headed by Patricia Iyomo. We do not have her interim report as I speak because I know she's out of the country. But I think it's something that if we have comments from the House, we can take the comments, but we need to put some kind of a template in place before the commencement of the new. I know the courts will probably commence, their sittings on Monday or thereabout, but we need to have a template in place before the commencement of the new legal year. So if we have any comments on the review of lawyers' appearance fees, we'll be glad to have your comments, or otherwise we move to the next stage. Appearance, 10% appearance fee, incidentally the committee. Appearance fees, and of course, the other issue of 10% documentation. Now, the other term actually is no comments with regards to the review of the appearance fees, given the fact that, the cost of things are quite on the high side, and I know some of the lawyers who have come to me have expressed that desire, for us to do what is necessary to protect our colleagues in particular. I'm particularly happy that the Court of Appeal Review Court of Appeal Re-establishment Committee chairman is here. But before that, let me make some input on this unethical and unprofessional conduct on the NDA platform. I know most of us are aware of some of the way and manner some members of our colleagues conduct themselves in the platform. And I've had the misfortune, so to speak, of some learned senior advocates calling me, why lawyers can have this type of choice words, very, very condescending words on one another. The first person that has called me with regards to the way lawyers chat on the WhatsApp platform, or with regards to some of the way lawyers were responding to one another. And other lawyers actually have called me. I think it's high time we have a new attitude towards ourselves. I as a chairman might be humble, but that is not to say that we should throw away the sanctity of the legal profession.
You know, so I think it's high time we come up with a template. If you violate those rules in the platform, we take you out. There should be no sentiments. There should be nobody, who is above the law. And I want to make it very clear that please, whenever thing you are posting in the platform, first of all, you have to be sure, you are getting it from the right source. Don't add to pollute a platform that is for very, very learned minds. And again, too, when you are dissenting on a person's view, try as much as possible to try and be respectful. With regard to my person, I know some platforms that I hardly look at. The office of the chairman has been so abused. In fact, my person has been so abused. And I tolerate it, because those people, they don't really matter. It only reflects how small they are, when they say what they say and do what they do. It's just to show the smallness they belong to. But I want to encourage every one of us to try and speak with great decorum, and we should try at all times, to carry the profession that we profess to be. This is very, very important. And like I said before,
while I was studying the chair for the participation of the Customary Court of Appeals, just one thing. And what we have is first of all, I spoke with let me make it very clear. I will not give you any document. Because I have to say that with you. I let you only make it clear, sir. Nobody can figure out any wrong accusation. We should make a approach of the man to leave our high horse.
And perhaps give us an insight. But before now, I have said before that I met with the Attorney General, and he is very, very dissatisfied with the fact that we have not come up with a memo with regards to the re-establishment of the Customary Court of Appeal. So, please, I would appreciate if you can say one or two things with regards to this matter.
This meeting is on.
What I think is ourselves. We are lawyers. We are gentlemen of the legal profession. How can we not listen to ourselves? How can we not solve our own problems? We solve problems for others. When we concern us, personally and professionally, we are there not to be able to resolve it. Why? How will the others see us? Please, let us hear each other. There's no problem that is beyond resolution. But when we start talking and shouting at ourselves, we will not be able to hear ourselves. I just tell you now, I've been trying hard to understand what is on ground. I don't understand what is happening. Because there are there no connection. Please, I beg you in the name of God, in the name of this profession. It wasn't like this when I came into this profession. If it was like this, I would have tried to go further. Please, when I came into this profession, I don't came to men. When you see our meetings, we see one meeting house is there. When you see when you go to our meetings, you know that you are a lawyer. You will be happy that you are a lawyer and not that you are a lawyer. Please, I have yet to understand what is on ground. I don't know that I'm still in careless. Please, let me hear a little explanation for the chairman. Then we can take the point of order. Just let me understand what is happening. Don't be on that side. Can we say something? No, let me hear from the chairman. Chairman, from the chairman. Let's go ahead.
My the decision of the bar, I want to first of all, Mr. Chairman, with great respect, I want to first of all apologize to the seniors and the 11 siglings here, and the past chairman. Please, we are very, very sorry, and we take the blame for whatever is happening here. Please, what has happened today, because the seniors, the 11 siglings, were not here when this issue started. So I just want to give a brief synopsis. We have faced serious, more than most serious now. The issue of documents is not is a key part compared to crisis we have managed in this branch. So, Mr. Chairman, sir, I want to put after appealing to the seniors and the sick for what has just happened, I want to also appeal to the office. So please also calm down. A leader in my village, a leader, they call him Otiku. You know, a leader, they pour debt on me. Immediately you accepted to leave, you must accept all the Kamanyama and all the Jabajaba, all the Chukuchuku. It is the ability for you to manage those that makes you a leader. So I want to appeal to you, to your sense of integrity and patience, to please calm down and not get too emotional. What has happened? What has happened?
my legacy, is that there's an underlying issue, overall issue, between the incumbent chairman and his immediate predecessor. In general, that is the summation of what is happening here today and have been happening the past few months. There's issues between the chairman, incumbent, and his predecessor. And that's not supposed to be the case. The predecessor and the incumbent are supposed to be the best of class. They are supposed to be working together to achieve the greater good for the FBA that we all belong. Because if it succeeds, we all succeed. If it fails, we all fail. So it is even the duty of the predecessor to ensure that his successor succeeds. But the incumbent chairman is feeling, and whether rightly or wrongly, sir, that his predecessor is trying to undermine his office. I want to take the issue, I don't want to go into the other details, the only issue that is now right, that happened today. The issue of documents of this house that became immense that there are no documentation in the rest of this house. And the beating, the zeal, and the determination to complete the house. And any time you want to take any step, people will come from the military asking for the approval. So he needed some documentation for him to be able to get the approval. I think he assumed that the approval has been gotten by the last administration. Wait now, I said rightly or wrongly? No. Wait, let me finish. So he's not looking for documentation so that he can get approval for him to complete this building, which is one of his campaign promises. And he believes that his predecessor is taking steps to ensure that he does not complete. And so he asked for documents pertaining to this building for him to be able to get the approval from the military. Now the documents he has asked, SARS, my learned seniors, and my learned sick, is the receipt, the letter approving this plan for the MBA, the receipt for payment, the approval, and the survey plan, and the building plan. And those documents he says he does not have. And when he met with the governor to solicit for funds, the governor said he heard that people do not have documentation, and so he was at a loss. So he feels he's being frustrated. He feels he's being frustrated by his predecessor who is keeping up with his document. Lawani, who is the secretary, was told to come and address us on why these documentations are not available, so that he can complete this for us. Lawani got up and said he had photocopies of those documents, and that the originals are with his predecessor's file, and that he has submitted the photocopies to the chairman. The chairman said he cannot remember whether he has submitted. On the basis of that, a motion was moved, giving Payosowu, the predecessor, our first chairman, 48 hours. 48 hours is 2 days. For the judge of 24 is 2 days. Yes. For him to produce the originals, the file to his predecessor so that they can proceed and ensure that this building, this beautiful building, is completed. So they also gave instruction to the secretary between now and 12 noon tomorrow to make another set of photocopies. The chairman said he cannot remember whether he gave it to him, and hand over to the secretary so that we can proceed and find a solution. Which he agreed. It was at that point where that resolution has been taken that
Payosowu walked in and obviously agitated that he wants to speak. It is his agitation to speak that has caused this offer. And we feel that as lawyers, that the chairman and the House, on the basis of the principles of natural justice and fair hearing, since the secretary was allowed to speak, the Payosowu who is here, they should allow him to speak. And we ask him, it's not bigger than the FDA. Why are you keeping your evidence of documentation demolition of that building, which was proposed under the handover at the time you were having the vote of the so, Mr. Thomas, I claim your indulgence.
Your meed of kindness. Yes. And with the permission of my learned sick and seniors, to allow Ozowo to explain himself, and then we can take it from there. First of all, let me say that I find the whole scenario very embarrassing. Very embarrassing in the sense that I think I've been misrepresented here. I never for once said that we had an approval for this building. We needed documentations to obtain the approval. The receipts, the document Lawani claimed he had given to me was the receipt of payment, which was not too clear, and perhaps a letter. I don't have survey plan, I don't have any other documentation of any nature. And like I said, it is a receipt. But I wonder why we tend to belittle ourselves. Nobody heals a baby here. First and foremost, recall vividly. Nobody is the baby here. So, first and foremost, we wrote a letter to the immediate chairman requesting for documents. And he said the documents, are not with him. Not only that, he said we should not talk to him in the manner the letter was written. But I'm surprised we tend to, I don't know, what do we start to gain? Nobody is bigger than anybody. If he claimed he gave me the original documents, how many documents? And who? Oyotuma is misrepresenting me. The impression they are creating is that I'm the one that is bad. Why should I have a document and I will still ask for documents? What purpose does this have? I think it believes myself as a chairman. If he gave me a document, he didn't prove that he gave me documents. I do original documents. It was the secretary that said he gave me documents. Myself was
go to other matters. Thank you very much, my lord. We are not going to
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My distinguished colleagues, thank you, sir. As regards the committee on the establishment of the customary court of appeal, Mr. Solomon Odiasi is the chairman of that committee. He called me this morning to please inform the House that we will require maybe another 1 week to tidy up our position. I am the secretary of the committee, not the chairman. So we have asked that it will be before the next meeting, but definitely within a week or two, we will make our reports available to the chairman of the committee, to the chairman of the bar.
And then my next meeting will give our full and final report to the matter. So we have asked for time to enable you to do that. And also add that we are very busy with the election matter, so that has affected our work of the committee. So Mr. Chairman, that's the position right now. So within the week, we are likely to meet and round up and the meeting are going to be. Next meeting, we will submit our comprehensive report. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, but since I want to appeal that because of the way that you go and you proceed to hold we want to do anything. We have to do the assess from the
May I give you my number? Yes.
Let me have your contact. So please, it would be very nice if we can have that memo before Thursday so that we can give the general and he can pass it on to the governor so that we can get this customer appeal matter behind us. Please, I have here one of our dear ones, the past chairman, Prince Collins Okegbai, who is literally heading the committee on the bar EFCC relations. And you recall when I started this meeting, I gave you synopsis of what has happened with regard to the bar, the lawyers at the bar, and of course the EFCC, and how some of our activities, were moved out of the bar, to a non-lawyer, which has created some very, very unfortunate social Prince Okegbai to come and say a word or two with regard to the committee he's heading. That is the bar relations between the EFCC. Thank you so much.
The chairman of the bar, ESCO members, past chairman, senior advocate of Nigeria, members of the Benin Branch of the NBA. My committee on our platform every day, the NBA platforms and even other platforms, where you have lawyers and non-lawyers alike. The issue has taken on a life of its own. There are accusations of lawyers using their court of certificate to shorty persons, and are paid large sums of money, running into millions. There is also the accusation that there's a cabal operating at the EFCC, where if you have a client there, even when the client make a particular request for a lawyer, when you get there, they will say, collect large sums of money and share it with officials of the commission. It's like a racket that is going on there. Even as we speak, my committee has received the affidavit of fast from lawyers from Warri, Asaba, and other places that they will travel all the way from Asaba to Benin, only to find out that their clients have been so intimidated that if you call any other lawyer other than this particular lawyer, you go to jail. So somebody who did a plea bargain for fitting a GNE, Mercedes GNE, which is very expensive, and then on the day of the plea bargain, when the bond is read, it is found that it is now a Lexus 330, and it has been switched. Obviously, an official of that commission will take that.
Because we have infidelity to our mandate, we have decided to state a public hearing on the EFCC for the 26th day of this month to the 29th day of this month. My committee met on the 12th day of September, and we applied for both and take deliberation. We decided to have a public hearing. Nothing to be done under circumstances. They were accepted to be here. We made the NLP, the civil society organization. We are waiting to the governor of the state. We are waiting to the Commissioner of Justice in general, because people are going to come here. Okay. So we're asking everybody we're asking particular our members to participate. If we took into consideration before that you may be in court. So our city starts from 2 every day to 6 in the evening, except on the 26th or so, where we have one of the Muslim holidays. On the 27th, on that day we are going to be sitting from in the morning. This is the public holidays. So we can wrap it all up. Yes, we are waiting to the chairman of the commission. He will come and attend to us here. Himself and officials of his commission. We are also writing to the federal attorney general and the chairman, the acting chairman of the EFCC. We want to be able to unravel everything. And then our recommendations will come straight to this general house. It will be adopted by this house, and then we will implement it. We expect those recommendations will be very far-reaching. In fact, some of our terms of reference, or what we call our actionable items, we will talk about the plea bargain regime at the Commission's zonal office in Benin. The bail procedure at the Commission's zonal office in Benin with specific emphasis on the highly reprehensible compulsory shortship or suspect by lawyers. If I say what I'm telling you, it's not as if the lawyers are volunteering. It's what they call it's compulsory, mandatory. So we're also going to look at the pretrial rights of suspects, with emphasis on the need for suspects to have their lawyers present when being interrogated and when their extrajudicial statements are being taken at the commission. You know what happens before you get there? They force them to confess to everything. Yes. Some of them even confess to the fact that they killed Jesus Christ. Out of fear. That's what they do there. So we are going to look at that. Now we are going to look at brief racketeering. One house. We are going to look at brief racketeering by officials of the Benin Zonal Office in connivance with some of our members. Brief racketeering. We'll look at it. And then we'll look at the remand procedure and others with emphasis on the weaponization by officials of the Commission Zonal Office of Benin City to coerce suspects in its custody to enter oppressive plea bargain agreements in connivance with some of our members.
They convince them that if you do not enter a plea bargain, you are going to go in for 10 years and all that. So out of fear, you know, so many examples abound. And then finally, we are going to look at the management of recovered assets, which appears shrouded in secrecy. I'm sure in that one we may be able to convince the bar that we may have to take out an FOI class action. We want full revelation, everything, full disclosure, everything is restricted, because we know so many vehicles are confiscated every day. We want to know what happens to these vehicles, these houses, these properties, if they share it among themselves and all that. So this might require a full FOI action. Yes, and it's going to be a class action. We are entitled to do it. You know, let us take the lead and we'll do it. And then, of course, we are going to look at the harsh and stringent bail conditions by judges of the Federal High Court and the Warri High Court. In fact, to perfect bail applications, is that as it has to do with EFCC cases, it will take you 2 months. So we must call out these judges as part of what we are here to do. We must do this with courage. We have always done it. After all, we are the lion bar. So that is it. Then of course, we will also look at delay. It's very important. The delay in approving petitions at the Commissioner's Zonal Office in Municipal and the slow pace of investigation of petitions with verifiable complainants. In other words, when there's a verifiable complainant, the pace of investigation is always so slow. But when it comes to raiding the headers of these so-called Yahoo boys, without any complainant or petition, that is where they are champions. So we have to look at that. So that is exactly what we will do. And we are open to the bar if there are other aspects that you feel we need to look at. During the public and bold enough to speak up. Nobody is going to victimize you. Nobody is going to victimize you. You know, it's just unfortunate that some of our colleagues appear a bit silly for one reason or the other. But nobody is going to victimize you. We're going to deal with this situation. It's not a matter of, we will deal with it. Of course, we shall, at the end of the public hearing, present our report and recommendation to the general meeting for its deliberation and adoption. That is all there is here between the 26th and the 29th. So I can wrap up this committee's work and submit a report. Thank you very much.
Well said, I commend the committee. I think this is the way out. But the committee should also include there, as part of the test, to identify our members who are working in Kunaira without fear or favor. Name them. Name them. They are bringing this to watch. I had a case. They called me, the family. I can't go there. They said they have already called the lawyer for me. And the lawyer said, oh, 1.5 million, 500 for him, 500 for EFCC, then the 500 for flea bargain. I called the solitary lawyer who briefed you. He said, well, it was called. Anyway, they are going to court. Who went to the court? The boy had made statement, and they said you should forfeit many things. And he called the pleaded guilty, and we pleaded with court, and the 300,000 fine was given. When he went back to collect his phone, and I said, no, he has not paid the lawyer they gave to him. He has not paid the EFCC commission. So our colleagues are, most of them, they are non-persons. Others are faceless ones who have domesticated their practice within the EFCC office. So we should make them, and the properties they receive, the headquarters is not aware. They auction it to themselves. If you go there, plaques, they write BP cards. There's a case I'm handling now where the man was asked to forfeit a vehicle that does not even belong to him. And he did. They have sold it. So we are the matter now. So name our colleagues you have found that are involved. For those involved, this is from today.
Thank you very much. Actually, you have put my mind. Before Professor Jay came on this issue, this EFCC matter was what the bar has been handling, been working on. And I'm very happy that the here is able to throw light
what the committee has been doing. It is not correct, and I say this with great emphasis, that it was Patrick Holland who made President Obiegbai to take action as to what he's doing. This matter has been on ground. And as a matter of fact, like I said earlier, when they came to my office, we discussed this whole issue. And I told the council, who was responsible, that this is the way this is that, and Obiegbai now came into the matter. It was a day or two later, this thing went to Patrick Holland. Patrick Holland is not in a position to direct the bar to what they should do with regard to holding somebody's certificate. So please, whatever you feed to outsiders, you should be very careful. Because this thing has to do with just the bar, and not non-lawyers. And that is where one or two persons of ours here, is undermining the sanctity and integrity of the bar. We should try as much as possible to try and protect the integrity of this bar. I'm particularly happy, like I said, you have heard from the chair of our bar, the FDA deliver FCC relations. So please, whatever we decide here, don't take it to a third party to throw light on, because he will be giving the impression that like he's the one giving us that direction. No, we have the way we do our things, and that is basically what President Obiegbai has said. It's very clear. I must make it very clear. I'm moving to the next topic. I'm sorry. I'll close the chapter. I'll close it. Now on AGC bags, I'm sorry. On AGC bags, we have some bags from the annual general conference. And please, if you have bags that you have not yet collected, kindly indicate so that we can give you your bags. Kindly indicate so that we can give you your bags. We have huge bags in our repository here. If you know you were unable to attend the conference, kindly indicate, and you pay for the conference. And you pay for the conference, please kindly see the secretariat so that they can give you your bag. Now, let me say one thing that is very, very dear to us here. That with regard to the issue of signing of registrars. We have an attendance book here. And like I said before, sometimes some people come, they sign, and they go away. We have resolved subsequently the register, the book of attendance will only appear midway when the meeting is going on. The reason is that we do not want it to be abused. We know for a fact that yes, 5 attendants for those who want to buy for an office. But the bottom line is that whether you are buying for an office or you're not buying for an office, I think it's necessary to attend the monthly meetings of the NBA. It's an avenue for you to make your institute, and not only that, to show fraternity or solidarity amongst yourselves. So that's the sense of having a meeting. Now, someone has mentioned the issue of online. When I came on board, honestly speaking, man, this is a technology age. At the appropriate time, I will throw to the house. Because some people have the view that online meeting, it probably might preclude you from the normal physical meeting because it's not in the bylaws. I have called for the bylaws and of course the NBA position, but I want to assure you that we could throw it to the house and so that the house can make a pronouncement for online attendance. The bottom line is that as many people as possible that can attend meetings either online or physically, it is most welcome. That is the new world order, and we should work towards it. So please let me quickly ask for correspondence. We might have one or two correspondence before we go to David Maluku. Let me.
Good evening, gentlemen of the House. We have an invitation from one of our colleagues, David Maduku. I think he has stepped up. David Maduku is inviting us for his 50th birthday, coming up on the 10th day of October 2023. And he has some activities lined up for that day. By 6 a.m., there will be Thanksgiving Mass at St. Joseph Church.
That is going to be immediately by 10 a.m. Then is chief the local park launch, the ritual of visiting, the public lecture, titled Accountability Government, to be taken delivered by Olúgbé Pátá, head of past president of the Ghana Association, and the time is 11 take place as chief of the main line. For the reception, the take place by 2 p.m. at the community garden at number 71 Garden Road, Thank you very much. Thank you.
He admitted his faults and said, okay, that I should. He instructed me to give him a copy of names that I could work with, of which I did. Until now, the committee has not been reconstituted. And so many human rights issues have come up. I have to refer them to either FIDA or some other organization. So I have come to this house. I don't know what's going on. Because I don't have any issues with the chairman. But he said he has issues with me, which I'm not aware of, I don't know. So please, I just want this house to please. I need protection from this house, please. So this committee is a standing committee and cannot be dissolved. So I need protection from this house. Because right now, thank God that the Leonard Silk and the past chairman will wade into the issues between him and the past chairman or Igbo. Because the only issue I know that the chairman has with me said I should not have any relationship or anything to do with Pastor Iwu, of which I cannot. I can't inherit anything. And that's the truth. I have evidence to that fact. I pleaded with him, I cannot inherit enemies. I don't know what's going on between both of you. I cannot be at the center of both of you. Please, you should free me. So please, I have come to this house to seek the protection of the house. And at the same time, my committee that I have faced, it should leave, the chairman should reconstitute the committee and leave it for me. So that's why I've come to this house. So please ask for your protection and for your advice, please.
Thank you very much. Please let me.
executive, distinguished ladies and gentlemen,
Vice Chair had just said there is a standing committee that was dissolved by the chairman, and that standing committee also has been dissolved. And that at the next meeting, they also resolved to set up that committee. That's what the Vice Chairman said. We want to think that if it's a standing committee, our chairman in his wisdom set up the standing committee that without much ado. It is not a matter of whether personal or impersonal. When things are wrong, we
try to resolve them. And that is the essence of our unity. As a bar, we need to have this done. So I want to plead with the ESCO, led by a very amiable, most humble.
Let me just add to this fact that there was never a time I told my advice not to have anything to do with Pius Oyewo. Because to be very candid, herself and Pius Oyewo, they are the ones, that are opposing my ESCO. So I'm surprised that she said that I'm telling her not to how can I tell you, you are not God, you are not God. Everything you have said is so obvious. But beyond that, please let me say a word on human rights. First of all, I don't have any issues with my advice. She's the one that has issues with me. But my advice should know, first of all, that honestly speaking, one of my last children, her dad, is my contemporary. We are not at par. The legal profession has seniority, the people know seniority. You cannot undermine my effort of status. Now, the human rights issue, what was happening to the human rights issue was very clear. There were a lot of people who came to me that she will not carry them along. And I said, no problem. Some of these things were caused by us. Why should I say caused by us? Some of the people we nominated were done by my ESCO. And probably maybe she might not be able to flow with them. So I told her, go and get your own members. She brought a list for me that we said we'll look into. This same issue, don't forget the Lord dinner. We are that been dragging on. But I can assure you, nobody can divide my ESCO. Nobody. And no amount of blackmail. I have seen it all. So for someone to come here and say anything here, they are only making themselves small. But let me add, now with regards to the human rights, they have a platform, Vice President. She reported me to their Vice Chairman committee, all manner of garbage. And one of the Vice Chair spoke with their chairman, and they called me. They said they had this. She probably be hearing it for the first time. There's no blackmail. There's no blackmail of any nature that my vice has not put me through. But why I did not say it is because I still see her like my daughter. Now, the issue of the human rights, we have resolved to look at the list she submitted. And we have given her that list with terms of reference. Why did I say terms of reference? Sometimes she writes letters to some people who want to pay custody call to. There was a day we had a custody visit to the Dean, Faculty of Law, University of Benin. When we got there, she came to me. She was asking me that there was a letter she sent to this place, and that how come I'm not giving her the letter? And I said, which letter? She said they were supposed to visit the faculty deans. And I said, but we are here now. He said, no. He said, human rights is supposed to visit. I said, but why are you asking me? Am I human rights? Why should you ask me about the letter? There was no, there was no manner of expectations that this woman did not pour me. And I was very miffed. I almost tolerated so much. I know she can't poison me. I don't even eat where she is. And I almost cancelled that thing. They were the ones who came to me and pleaded with me that please let's go for this first reason. Another instance again was that to the general. She sent a letter to the general, just like the escort sent a letter to the general. So the general now saw a human rights letter for God's visit. So the general now called me, said, are you visiting me? Yes, I said, yes, sir, we are visiting to you. He said, but the letter I have here again now, human rights is visiting me. I said, that was human rights, I'm not aware. So when we start having conflicting
courtesy calls, conflicting courtesy calls in all these people. And I told my escort, I said, we're going to have a template. Human rights should more focus on correctional services, the police, all those other agencies, with a view to enhancing, the status of the bar, and not this, parallel thing you're doing. In any case, if you tell the chairman that, look, human rights is right to pay visit to probably maybe the governor, there's nothing wrong. Say, oh, okay. If you want escort to participate, if you don't want to participate, already, more important thing that at least we're already put on notice. But in situation where we are going to be somebody, there's a conflict there. I'm not aware you wrote to the team. I'm not aware you wrote to the general. So all these things were things that we needed to streamline. And honestly speaking, it's not out of place. So it's not that I deliberately, because I do not like her or I do not want her to talk to my Oyiwo. Those are sentiments you want to whip up that does not hold water. Everybody here knows. Everybody. Those who do not know, I will tell them. I do not know the reason, but my Oyiwo, for whatever reason it is, it doesn't mean well. And it's most unfortunate. And I do not want you to throw that line. Because even if you are throwing that line, then for Christ's sake, first of all, hold your ESCO firm. I cannot influence you. I cannot influence you not to fight the ESCO, but I can influence you to do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. So please, the house, there has never been a time I told her not to go with you. Number one. Number two, I did not deliberately cancel human rights. Human rights was supposed to be constituted. There was a day they gave me an invitation card to attend a ceremony that was of human rights. And when I got there, NBA Benin Branch chair, label was on the table. I sat there, myself and the society, and I saw two other people from various agencies, including the NUJ chairman and some other people. And when I came back, there were a lot of hoopla all over the place. She came to my office and said that, did you attend the human rights or something? So I said, yes. Said, So I then explained to her. So she said, okay. She was sitting with her phone. She not came back again to me though, but there's another one that said you attended. I said, there's no other one that attended. I did not attend any other one. And I explained to her why I had to attend that one. The notice came to me directly, not to NBA, but to me as the MDA chairman. And I told her clearly what was going on. And that has been a big-dog affair. Big-dog. So please,
we have observed, sir, that you do the needful.
I will do the needful. We'll look at the list, so that by Monday, Tuesday, we'll send it to her or the consider one with terms of reference. Do that one.
So the AOP, the Chinese classmate, I want to move a motion for adjournment.
Somebody is dead.
There is no need for further.
The chairman of the house. My house with the judiciary. And also how to deal with the appointments of judges that are at home today. They can no longer function as lawyers and they cannot function as judges. Local government election was done on the 2nd of this month and on the 4th. Those that we said have been elected are strongly. These people cannot be judges appointed and they are our members as we speak. They cannot use it for themselves. So that's why I'm saying it is time for the NBA to speak up. To either raise Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice or the government of the state. To just find out what is delaying their inauguration. Because it's somehow. Thank you very much. We Mr. Chairman of the House, please, I come to the meeting regularly, just that I'm not always announced. I don't know why. I'm a senior lawyer too, because when I came into this branch,
You are the 10th chairman that I'm serving now. When I came around, I met of that like that between 2006 to 2008, then to Gabriel, that's it, later,
May I move a motion for? Sorry, may I respectfully ask for a motion to be put for the government of the meeting?
Chairman, sir.
Oh, sorry. Please, if not, now, let me tell you for a fact that I spoke with the CJ last week on this same matter. And from what I'm hearing from the grapevine in the government quarters, any moment from now, but before now, we heard that they definitely will swear them in before the commencement of the new legal year. But what I hear is that the new legal year probably might be maybe in October, first week in October. But as I'm speaking right now, the feelings I'm hearing from the government quarters is that either this week or next week they will be sworn in. And I spoke with the judge designate, Otamerin, and of course, Oko, regarding what I'm saying now. Please let's be patient a little bit this week or next week. And the information that I get too, that the government too, they are trying to put some things in place in terms of their car and some other little things. And I was told that the notice for them will be very short. It will be 2 days notice, it will be just 3 days notice. Please. Thank you very much.
The chairman of the House, on that grateful note, I, Dr. M.A.N. Omora, will move a motion that this issue should be adjourned. I so move.
Hey, wait. Let chairman, orderly, let chairman indicate who wants.
Hi. Okay, come on. Second emotion.
We are asking that all resolutions are taken, which have been done and executed in the name of Jesus. As a leader, the peace of God with our family. Our practice this legal life and wonders. You will indulge the hope of heaven shall be resolved. Thank you because it is done. All the activities that the enemy has put on us will be resolved in the name of Jesus Christ. We are saying the peace of God, our personal understanding, to be our portion. Healing and China, all the extra reasons to galvanize the whole thing in themselves. We are saying that the enemy will not go back in number. We are saying the peace of God There are rains in heaven and earth will rain in back. In the name of Jesus Christ. Other miseries that we don't know about, heaven shall dissolve it.
Amen.
And the peace of God shall reign supreme.
Amen.
Thank you, Father. For the Jesus of the Lord. Amen. Thank you so much.